each person, and in the end, got them down to 4 to 5 minutes each, and actually had to string their thoughts together and reconstruct things as the conversations flowed and make them come together into 5 minutes. So I really feel like I know how to do that now. Of course, there's little transitions and things I could do to smooth them out in the future. Again, they actually take more computer capacity to run a better program. So I did the best I could, and I think they came out pretty good. So I took the time to learn how do you do video editing, and then I had to think about how did I want to do the interviews, and then find and identify the people in the community and that I've been working with that I thought would be good to work with and to interview, and then the actual action stage of going through with it and setting up interviews. And that's something that took a lot longer than I thought. Again, I kept learning things were not moving as fast as I thought, even though I felt all this pressure to get everything done. So I'm a little sleep deprived as I'm talking to you here, because these last few weeks I've been putting in a lot of time on the editing and the website and just wrapping up details. So all the interviews kind of happened in the last month and got edited in the last month too. So as far as that, I did meet my goals. I did conduct the interviews, 10 of them. I think that was a good amount, and did edit them. And I think they look nice. And I now know how to use iMovie, iDVD. So I can keep advancing in those skills, which, like we talked about, would be a good thing for my future as well, is to just have gained a different technical skill, which is also really an educational outreach, social action tool as well. So that seems to have come along quite nicely. The community outreach through the films and the presentations I did, which are all listed on the website, were a big part of my work this semester, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I did more than I thought I was going to do, because after I did the first one I thought, oh, I need to do more of these because they seemed really effective to me, and I learned so much from each one. So just from the process of figuring out how to set it up and planning it, and the location and the publication and the outreach, and then the actual night of, and talking to people after and facilitating a discussion was a really great process for me the first time when I made it through. I was stressed very much to the first time, and then each time it got easier and better, which I hope is somewhat reflected in the videos that you have of me actually giving the presentations. So I feel that I again had the learning curve of how to do it, and then I did it, and I realized that it was effective and it was a good way to meet people, do outreach, and so it really worked out well in that sense, and I'm going to keep doing it. And as far as that as a way to start a Fair Trade Town campaign, which is what I had sort of thought I was going to do more of this semester, though I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to. It is an effective way. I have an ongoing mailing list now. The blog never got to be very active, unfortunately, but at least people know my website exists, and I can continue giving out the address. As far as the town campaign, I found an organization to partner with, Sweat Free Communities. Liana Fox-Vogue, who's on my website, is one of my people I interviewed. So that's great. I mean, she already has a setup that will be great for doing the outreach, and we're going to meet this month and start to bring other people in on it, as far as community leaders, social justice organizations, and business owners. So that seems like it's been successful. Did I get like a committee together? No, that was a goal that I had, was maybe trying to identify who would be on the committee. But other things took precedent during the semester, and I had to just concentrate on what I could do. And I have an idea of some people now to approach, and I have definitely a good working knowledge of what's going on in the community, and been working with Liana a bit too. So that's a long-term goal now, which shifted about halfway through the semester for me, of how would I really carry it off and everything else I was trying to do. So simplifying. So did I meet that goal? Not really, but I think it was a goal that changed, and it will evolve on from here and become part of the continuation of this work that I've done this semester. So I feel good about it, even though I maybe didn't necessarily meet the end result that I had thought I would originally meet. Um, as far as raising awareness in the community, I first did a baseline, sort of trying to get an idea, talking to people. What do people know? How many products do we have available locally? Just getting a working knowledge of that. And then from there, by doing the actual action of the outreaches through the film and discussion series, I realized that people have a lot of questions, as you can see when you watch those films. And it was really good for me to find out what those questions are and to learn more, and to continue talking to people. So yes, I think it wasn't as widespread throughout the community as I had thought it would become, and I wanted to sort of get more and more and more people involved. But it's been a learning process for me as to how to do that next, and talking to a lot of different organizations, and like I said, business owners and community organizations. So, and even just individuals, of what do they want, what would they like to see, what do they need. One thing I kept hearing was people didn't know where to find fair trade products. So on my website there is the fair trade buying guide, local buying guide. So now people kind of have an idea through that of the places that sell products locally. So I feel really good that that worked out, that I made these connections and have somewhere to go with this next. It's not just something I did for a couple months and then it's over. Is that this is an ongoing thing, that this is a progressive community, but there are a lot of people that still don't know about fair trade and the issues that it encompasses. So I look forward to being an agent of change through spreading that information to others. So, and also the website will live on. This is, kind of going over my learning plan. Those interviews, I think each app offers a vignette or a viewpoint of fair trade that's important and something that needs to be shared with others. So that will be an ongoing way to educate and reach community people as I give my website out more and more and refine it and update it, that people can come to it and learn about fair trade that way, not just having to come to an actual presentation. So overall, this semester, I think I met my goals as far as what I wanted to achieve. It didn't, again, turn out in the end product the ways I thought it would look, but I am happy. And I met my goals of also becoming more active in the community. That's why I chose to do an action project, was I wanted to become more active in my community. As you know, I've been out of Friends World since '98, so coming back, I've been living here since '98, and I've been involved with a lot of different things through work, but to actually give my time and energy to an issue that I really believe in, and to create something that wasn't a job I was being paid for, was a really great process for me as a person, to grow, to reach out, to gain new skills, to facilitate community events, again, which I'd mostly done either with groups of people or for work purposes. So I think I was successful in that sense, and I just keep saying this, but I'm really looking forward to moving on from here and seeing what happens with the project next. So I thank you for all the time we spent talking and learning with you, and if you need any more feedback from me, let me know. Thank you.